The last idea I really want to share with you, actually it's two last ideas, one last one about a timeline, but this is the last one here. This is kind of the scholarly basis one we're talking about, is concerns-based adoption model. I'm hoping everybody listening to my voice and watching me has some familiarity with it. It started in the late 70s, I think 79. I started getting into it in 81 and started using it with our faculty. Every place I've gone where we've used this, it has been successful. So you've got one guy in Virginia who's telling you that it really works, let alone the myriad of websites devoted to it. If you do a search on concerns-based adoption model, you will see multiple websites for business, let alone for schools. And I've mostly seen it in the education world. It's one of the few things from the business world that really does have great translation to the education world. I'm one of the first to say that it's comparing apples and oranges when you start talking about schools should be run like a business. I don't buy into that at all. But it is one of the elements when you're looking at transformational change, motivating others to pull this off. Let's take a look. First, concerns-based adoption model is based on concerns of the faculty, concerns of the employees involved. The three kind of categories of it, they have concerns about themselves in regards to the initiative. Okay, that's one. They have concerns about the task. How do I pull it off? How do I manage it? And they have concerns about the impact on their teaching, on students, on the school, all those areas. Taking a look at those concerns, that's on the left side of your screen right now. You see that the first level of concern is just awareness. They're kind of aware that it's out there, but they really don't have much concern about it. It doesn't impact me. I'm aware you're talking about differentiated instruction. That's nice. I'll be doing my own little thing right here. That's where they are. Let's take a look at the next level, though, as concerns mount and a sense of urgency rises. Informational. Oh, well, maybe I need to know more about that. Can you tell me some more about it? That is the level of concern. Just to get information so they can even begin to form an opinion or a response. The next level, of course, is personal. How really will this impact me? Am I comfortable going into this sort of thing? Is this right for my students in this grade level right now? Then, of course, the management of it. How do I pull this off? What's it look like? I seem to be just gathering resources all the time. I really want to try this thing out. How do I prepare myself and then actually conduct it? Then they have a concern about the consequences of doing it. What is the impact? What are the consequences going to be for me doing this as opposed to what I did before? Then they begin to seek out others who are in the same journey, who are exploring it. What did you do for this? Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I want to try that. They want to reach outside themselves, not feel as isolated, as territorial with this. Really see what others doing, get that advice. That exchange is critical, but they have a concern. Where is that going to come from? And it might come from a listserv, which is a national or international thing, let alone regional. It might come from within the building, but don't forget to remind them to look nationally. It might be reading books. It might be doing articles. It might be just exchanging emails with teachers at other schools. But the bottom line is that they're very concerned about reaching out beyond themselves at this point. And then, of course, one of the last concerns is to refocus on really what is this all about? I've gone through the journey now. What do I really think of it? What would I change to make things better? That sort of thing. And they're looking at these concerns. This is a sequence of concerns. And teachers all move through these concerns. So the school who is trying to motivate colleagues would literally be aware of each one of these levels of concern and try to meet those concerns. Try to show how they really are not concerns, although initially they are, but that's the motivation to get you into it. Once you've gotten into that, you see how it's used, you can address it, it becomes much more successful. Know that most schools, small group to whole faculty, move through these levels of concern. So now, excuse me, you might really want to ask, which concern are you? Where are you regarding this? Get some background on CBAM, concerns-based adoption model, and see how you can best address those concerns. Now let's take a look at how the ideas are used using CBAM. If you look at the next slide, of course, when it's just early awareness stage, they're aware that this thing exists, but they're not using it. It's just non-use. Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you very much. Move on. Next one, though, when we're beginning to look at it, is orientation. There's that information stage, right? Excuse me. I'm just getting over a cold, and so I'm a little bit hoarse. Just the information stage. Let me get oriented to it. That's how I want to use it. I'm not really using it. I'm just getting oriented towards it. Of course, the next one is let me prepare now. And not just, the initial idea, but literally, excuse me, how do I get prepared? Can you walk me through that sort of thing? And that's how it's being used. Notice it hasn't been implemented yet. We're 3 stages in, and we have yet to actually use the thing.